Hello. This is a test. That Can you hear me? Anybody want to chime in and tell me if you can hear me and to see if you can hear Jeff? Anyone? We got Blake in here tonight. We got PJ is here. Television Gamers here. What do we got? Hello, Lance says. Hello. Okay, so Lance, you can hear me, but we can't hear Jeff. Okay, so I'm sorry, Jeff. It's not me, it's you. He's gonna pop out for a second, pop back in. We've had it's a real technological thing today. I wanted to be upstairs doing this in the kitchen so I could make stuff, but that's not happening right now. So I'll get started talking about the Missouri GameCon, the MoGameCon. Did everybody see the videos Jeff did? Some of the videos I did. He's back. Let's see.
All right. Can anyone hear me?
I can hear you.
All right.
I can hear you.
Can the chat hear me?
The chat. I do have a blue halo. Do you like that? It's also known as a magnifying light that's in the way.
All right. We can be heard. I can be heard. Thank you.
Oof. And I got to move this camera. It's just, that's not my best side.
Salvatore just came in. Let's see. We'll go through all this here.
Yeah, we got Salvatore. We got Papa Pete. We got Emma Jade.
Right,
Big Block. Television Gamer. Pierre.
Blake Snow. BJ. Joy Vibes was here earlier. I don't see his comment anymore to highlight it. Sorry about that.
That's too bad.
The Television Gamer is here. Kurt. I think I already did Blake, right? Yeah. Pete's here. Pierre's here. Did Kurt already? Yeah.
Pierre.
Oh, let's see.
Remember when I was a kid?
Back from Dead is here.
We had a Pierre in our that transferred over to the States and was in my class in grade school.
Emma Jade. I've never known. I don't think I've ever known a Pierre in real life, in person.
Yeah.
Big Block's here. I was speechless.
That's really close.
Let's see. Metal Torso's here. Was that it for everybody? Everybody that's put in the chat.
Stashnet.
See Mental. Wait, there's Stashnet, Mr.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Sneaky. She's pulling a Metal Gear Solid move on you.
Cece, I watched you play TurboGrafx 16 earlier. That was that was an old video from like probably close to 3 years ago. Where we were playing Parasol Stars on TurboGrafx 16.
Wow.
And what's interesting is Parasol Stars is coming back. They're not, I don't know if they're remaking it. They're just putting it back out on the Switch, which is very cool.
That is cool.
Yeah, because it's a pretty highly sought after TurboGrafx game. It's pretty expensive.
Well, that's like what's the there's Dragon Spirit. I saw that one at the GameCon. They wanted 100, I think 100 for that one. And they had what was the other one? Blazing Lasers, I think they had too.
Oh, that's pretty expensive, I bet.
Yeah, the unfortunate thing is I had both of those games, and I don't know if I sold them. Like Dragon, why can't I say it again?
I'm pretty sure I have Blazing Lasers.
Do you?
I think so. I don't know about Dragon Spirit. Probably not.
Dragon Spirit was a shmup with dragons instead of airplanes or rocket ships. That was
there at MoGameCon. I did pick up a TurboGrafx game. I got Military Madness.
Wow, how much was that one, if you don't mind me asking?
It was only $30. I thought it was going to be like over 100 or 200.
Wow.
But I guess it's not. I thought at one point it was worth a ton of money, but I guess maybe not anymore.
Wow.
But then I'm wondering, well, maybe it doesn't work. I haven't tried it yet. maybe that's the bargain I got.
Did it just have the jewel case with the card in it?
Yes, it didn't have the original cardboard box. I don't really have it. I've got one left. It's up there in that closet. It's a volleyball game. Forgot what it was called.
That's me too. I only have one of the boxes. Now, of course, you know, Jeff, now that I think about it, I that may be because when I got that TurboGrafx to review it, they didn't send them to me in the box. They may have sent me a lot of those just with the jewel case. So that could be the situation.
Well, I don't know. It came in the box, but I don't know. It was in a CD case. So it was like already a case, right? Another case. So I was like, who cares about that? But those boxes now are worth a lot of money.
Yes. What was the one? There was a classic game that I used to own. Dragon Spirit had a sequel, Dragon Saber.
Oh, wow. I didn't know that.
Wow, Emma. Thank you. That's cool. I'll have to look that up just for fun. I mean, I don't know. Casey, I can't afford those games. It's
actually, Casey, I can test Military Madness on the TurboGrafx or on the Turbo Express.
Yeah, you could.
I just need some batteries.
Yeah.
I checked it. It worked fine, but I know those capacitors go bad.
Yeah. What kind of batteries does it take? Does it take doubles or?
I think it's AA. Or is it's either 4 or 6. I can't remember.
Okay. I was wondering if they were C batteries.
No, I think they're AA.
Okay.
Yeah, Military Madness is a great game. Yeah, I've played it. It's really fun. I played it in the past, so I'm glad I got it because I always wanted it. I swear, last time I looked at it, it was really expensive. I was like, well, I'll never get in that game. But
yeah, well, you know, it only takes me about 15 minutes to get those batteries out, get in my van, and drive to your house, and then we could just do it that way. You could keep them busy while I'm on my way to your house.
So is there a homebrew community for the TurboGrafx? I know there is some homebrew games. I haven't really looked into it.
Interesting.
I'm not sure how big it is because I've never checked it out. There's a YouTuber, what's his name? Samu Saro or something like that. He actually put a homebrew game out, his own game.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So that might be the best way to get some cheaper TurboGrafx games.
Yeah.
So we were at MoGameCon.
Thanks.
Woo, that was crazy. I was saying before it was like
it's Cousin It. No, it's not Cousin It. Is it? Wait, yeah, Cousin It, right?
It's Thing.
Or Thing, sorry. God, God, what is this? A dental checkup? Bye, silly person.
Sorry, Jeff.
See ya.
She is like Pee Wee Herman. She is not sorry.
I was just watching Pee Wee Herman on David Letterman's show last night.
Oh, were you? How was
the
it?
One where he was driving. They took a drive. Pete, it's probably the same game. I mean, Dragon Spirit is on a lot of systems.
I'd like to get it again because I do enjoy shmups, but and that one was cool because I love dragons.
Yeah, it's cool having the dragons there.
It is. I'm just really disappointed that I don't have it anymore. You know, a lot of those games I'm disappointed. Like, well, now I can't say that I don't have Commando, but they were selling Commando for quite a bit. Some of those games, dude, wow. I don't know. What was the other dragon game that was on the TurboGrafx? That's like there was a guy selling it for like 200 and something in the box.
I don't remember.
Okay, I'll look it up.
Remember Dungeon Explorer? There was a 5-person RPG. Insane.
Oh man.
I don't know if that's worth. I have it. I doubt it's worth a lot. I don't think most of my TurboGrafx games, I think, are on the cheaper side. I don't think I'm not sure if I have any heavy hitters in there.
Yeah.
But yeah, MoGameCon was cool. It was unbelievably crowded.
It was, yeah.
It was like Mardi Gras or St. Pat's here in St. Louis, like downtown, where you just can't move.
Yeah, I mean, I was just disappointed with the layout. It should have been laid out differently. I don't want to complain, I don't want to be that guy, but I mean, seriously, you pay some money to go and do that, and you're standing still for a bunch of it. And
my guess is they got way more people than they ever expected.
Which is why you just have to get, they could have tightened up the tables a little bit. That's the way I really feel about it. They should have just tightened up each one of the vendors' areas by 12 inches, and just to give enough room so that you have you have 3 rows in each. 3.
Pete, you know what? I didn't smell anything bad while I was there. It's not to say it wasn't anything, but I didn't. As close as it was, I'm shocked it didn't stink like crazy.
Nobody was selling Rise of Skywalker, Pete.
Do you think MoGameCon made enough money to do a bigger venue next year? I'm sure they'll do a bigger venue next year.
Yeah.
One thing with this year is they're always at the same location. Then they announced early on they're going to a new location. I don't know if it was bigger, but then the last second, those guys canceled on them. So then they had to get this location.
Oh, is that what it was?
Yeah, this is not their location they wanted. It was one they had to take in order to just have the con, because they really got screwed there.
If they would have mapped it differently, it would have been just fine. I don't know how some people feel about where you put the celebrity area, but I don't know. I kind of thought maybe they should have run some of the celebrities down one wall and some down another wall in the other room, and then run vendors in both rooms. Then you would have had more space for the tables, because like you had your video where you had oh, Emma, that is so sweet. Thank you.
I've never even heard of some of these games.
I'm trying to remember which one it was. It might have been
Curse, Dragon Egg, Dragon Knight.
I think Dragon Knight's the one. 200. It was like 200 and something.
I gotta write these down. Hold on.
Yeah.
Turbo.
I like how you say that.
Turbo. Dragon Games. I'll say that. I'll put it in Google Keep.
It's almost like you spell it turbo with an EAU at the end. Turbo. I'm just going to take a picture. Take a picture. It lasts longer. That was in the movie. I just watched Pee-wee's Big Adventure.
So my guess is they'll have a completely different venue this year, because they even tweeted out they said they were apologizing for all the people. They didn't expect that many, and so I think they'll have a bigger one next year.
Yeah.
That was the one good thing about it. It was a ton of people, which means chances are it's going to get a bigger spot, or at some point, maybe it keeps growing, they'll stretch it to a second day.
Yeah. And that was my other question, Jeff. I was, I didn't really, I wasn't thinking about it. I thought, well, do they do just the one day? And it is just the one day. So, I mean, yeah.
I think they've always just done one day, as far as I know.
Yeah.
Then again, if you can make it 2 days, then you can probably get more vendors, and even more people will show up, because now they can make a weekend of it.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. And by then we'll have a table. So oh, listen to me.
Vendors did have a lot of room. Yes.
Vendors had a lot of room. So I don't know who all saw the video. I know I had a few folks there. Miss So was there. Blake was there, at least, in the chat. So I don't know who all saw the video out there yet, where I went through all of the DVDs that I got in that take. Some of them ended up at Jeff's house.
Oh yeah, you came by. I was in a meeting. I didn't even know you. I thought I heard your voice, but I wasn't sure. And then I was so busy, I didn't even find out until later.
Well, and I was sad that DVDs. As booked as the place was, I missed seeing your wife there at the show.
I only saw you once. It was
yeah.
It was so packed.
Yeah. I mean, to get through to where there was, at the time that we were there was no call your buddy and go, where are you? And, oh, I'm over here. Oh, well, I'll be there in just a second. Just wait for me.
Well, I know some people are having terrible connections or reception, and this is interesting. Big Block's getting a Analog Duo, but has no TurboGrafx games.
Oh,
you better start collecting now. It's only getting higher.
Oh my God, yeah. And thanks again, Emma, for that list of the Dragon games.
DC Mental, I was dodging Stu. Well, wasn't too difficult.
It wasn't.
I hardly saw it. Like Nathan was there. I think I ran across him twice.
Yeah, I mean, I had I known she was there, I'd have hunted her down. I'd have crowd surfed and gotten there.
But, yeah, and EverDrive for the TurboGrafx will definitely be cheap.
Well, it is
because those are expensive, but I mean,
yeah, about $250 to $300, right?
What is Magical Chase? A couple $1,000s now. I mean, yeesh.
Oh, well, the one gentleman was telling me about oh man, and I wish I would have written it down. He was on the table right by the entrance. As you walked in, he was to your right, and he was the first table right there. And he was telling me about the emulation piece, that he got. And he's like, I have all the games there. And I'm like, well, shit. I would love to have something like that because I would love to just go through all the games. He goes, yeah, you just hook it up to your system and you go.
Well, the cool thing about TurboGrafx, emulation works great. And not only can you emulate that, you can do the CDs, the arcade CDs, right, the super CDs or whatever they are. There's like 4 different things.
Yeah.
Now, I mean, we had Cyrus Martin on the show, and he was complaining about like TurboGrafx Mini and stuff. Even though I had a TurboGrafx when it was out, I mean, I don't. When I play these things on emulation, I don't really notice much because I don't know if I played any of the games that much. If there was a game I played over and over and over, I probably would notice something. But
yeah.
But let's see.
Well, the war to end all wars is coming along right now, and I've been playing some of the games, and then you know what I remembered? Well, all right, you know what I forgot, and then remembered? Double Dragon 2, The Revenge. Oh, on TurboGrafx CD. Oh, because I was playing Fighting Street, and oh my God, that's not what I was going to mention, but I got my ass terrible. I went to Britain first, and that guy just trounced my ass.
Yeah, that's I don't know why they call it Fighting Street. I mean, it's Street Fighter.
Yeah, I know.
For some reason they changed the name when it came here. I don't know why.
Yeah, I don't know because it's. Yeah, I don't know.
Ooh, Magical Chase Loose is only $4,000 though. Not bad.
Oh, hey, let's get started on that. Where's your piggy bank? Let's break it. I'll go get
complete.
Mine.
It's 73.
Oh, wow.
New for it's just the most expensive game. I mean, not even Panzer Dragoon Sagas are these kind of prices. Lance, there were at least here, I think there were 2 Bomberman games.
The only way that it's worth that much is if you find somebody that's willing to pay that much.
Yeah. Bomberman on TurboGrafx at one time when it was out, I would say was the best version because you could do 5 people. And no one else could get past 4.
What did I see? I saw one of the Bombermans there.
Was there 1 or 2 here? I can't remember. I know there was more in Japan. I can't remember if those had a story mode. I don't think they did. I think it was just multiplayer, wasn't it?
The Manuel alone is $1,500.
So wait a minute, is it cheaper to sell it by piece or?
Well, that's what I'm wondering, right? Just pull it apart. Because I don't know.
Or you can play it on your Mini for free. Each thing he'll pick one up of each. He'll pick up one of each. I wonder if Mama C's watching this right now. She's busting into Pete's room any second now. Get off that computer.
Do you think she's got one of those barricade beaters, the tubes, and bam, bam?
I was going to say too. Oh yeah, Mega Bomberman on Genesis is actually really good.
That's what I was going to say. That is exactly what I was going to say a few seconds ago when I said I saw one. I thought it was on the Genesis, and that was what it was. Mega Bomberman on the Genesis. Somebody had that at the show.
That was, I believe, they had kangaroos in that game, right?
As well, they should.
Because on Saturn Bomberman, instead of kangaroos, they had dinosaurs.
Ooh. Wow. That's like my son's dream to have both of those, because he was just in Australia and wanted to see a kangaroo. And when he was growing up, he loved dinosaurs.
Man, those kangaroos to me are really scary. Like, I wouldn't want to come face to face with a kangaroo. Those things are just pure muscle, man.
They are, yeah. Yeah.
And I've seen some fights with them. They're vicious. They're
like chimps and apes, it's like,
you don't mess with them.
Just like,
yes, that would be the ultimate damn you, Go Game Go.
The epitome of.
Oh wait, Mama C's here. She just retracted her statement. I wonder what it was.
Kangaroo type furries. Episode 99 for when I show everyone one and hold it right there in my hand, a complete TurboGrafx 16 collection.
Pete, didn't you get that for like a ridiculously cheap price? And then is that the one that had Military Madness like in the slot? And you got it for cheaper than Military Madness? It was just something like that.
So, wow. So now wait a minute. Does Pete, do you still have that whole collection? I mean, I'll just rent them from you or something. I would love to play Dragon Spirit again.
Oh, so I want to ask, was it? Wait, who's been Emma Jade, right? Talking about, yeah. Emma Jade, how big of a? I assume you've got a TurboGrafx collection. Since you've been talking about it, how big of a collection do you have? I was just looking. I'm getting close to 40. I think I'm up to like 37 or 38.
Holy crap! I've got. Well, I could count them from here. 1, 2, 3, 6, 7, 8, 9. I got 10, maybe 9 or 10.
Yeah, here you go. Pete's son got a TurboGrafx system and Military Madness for $5.
Shut your mouth!
Unbelievable. I feel like he finds the best deals. I can never find any deals.
I feel like he's got the force.
Whew,
you want to give this to me for $5?
I don't know what that. I mean, it's got to be worth at least $200 that combo.
Well, sure. I did just see somebody was selling a TurboGrafx with the clamshell, the rental case, for $800.
Wow.
So
good old TurboGrafx.
I mean, yeah, it was tough. There was only a certain amount of vendors that had anything there from TurboGrafx. I was asking because I asked you if you'd seen some, and you're like, yeah, somebody had some over here. And then I saw one of my students and his dad, and he was like, oh yeah, there's a guy over there had some. And so I went and hunted for them. But
that's when you first walked in and turned right. I didn't realize it yet, but Retro Gaming Rescue was on the right and some other store was on the left. And I went there because right in front of them, there was a big Retro Gaming Rescue sign.
Yep.
So I went there and I got my, God, it was like brand new. It was a strategy guide for Wario Land Shake It for Wii.
Wow.
I love those strategy guides. And then I turned the corner and it was still part of them. And I found Military Madness.
Oh, and then I asked them about, you found it?
Yeah. And then they had other ones there too. Because that's where I was trying to tell you to go. Because they had more there.
Okay.
But when I asked them about it, he goes, oh, no, we're not Retro Game Rescue. He goes, they just put their sign next to us. Like, what? So I actually passed them right by because I didn't know. I thought I was buying it from them, but
It makes me wonder if Retro Game Rescue had let's just call it RGR, shall we? If they had the booth across from them as well and then didn't need it. And so they put their sign on it. Because they had a little sign on there saying over here, you know. I don't have it, Stu. I did videos on the Friends collection.
I saw this video. This guy had the craziest game collection. It was unbelievable.
Wow.
You know what's ironic is Retro Gaming Rescue had a sign there at MoGameCon, but they don't have a sign on their actual store.
Not anymore.
Because they were told to take it down.
That's right.
Very weird.
Because it wasn't a sign within the guidelines of that shopping center. They needed to have a different kind of sign. So they had to take down the banner that they had printed. And it looked nice. I mean, I don't know. I whatever. It's one of those things where you come up with something really cool and everybody's like, hey, you can't do that because that's like really cool. And ours are like really boring. You know, I'm sure.
Look at Saboteur. He found a Sega Master System and 10 games, all complete in box for $40. I never find anything like that.
Not yet. One day you will. Well, I want to start finding these flea markets that are really good to go to. I need to, or swap meets. You know, is that what they used to call them, and now they pretty much call them flea markets, or do they still have swap meets?
I don't know.
I don't either. So, I did talk to a guy who was in the second row, and he was like right as you walked in. I'm not liking this conversation going on.
Me either, Pete. All right. I might have to boot them both.
Oh man,
got a little Lucy and Ethel action going on right now.
Well, I'll tell you what though. Speaking of that, I got to remember two things, or else I'm going to end this show, see it again later, and then go, oh, I never finished that thought. The thing I forgot about, and it came into play when I was playing Keith Courage, is I forgot about the switches on the top of the controller on a TurboGrafx. With the three little settings, there's two of them.
Yeah, the turbo.
Yes. And I had Keith Courage. It was all the way to the top, which means it's the minimal amount.
No, that's the fastest.
Oh, it's the fastest. Okay, yeah. Which means that it's...
And because the dots are actually going to get bigger. It's a small, a medium, and then a large dot.
Oh, it's the large at the top?
I believe so. I don't know if I have... Do I have a...
I have one right here. Yes, you're right. You're right. They are the larger at the top. So I somehow I had it pushed all the way to the top. And when I was playing Keith Courage, I'm like, okay, how am I supposed to get out of this level? Because I can't jump any higher than this. And then I moved him down and woo, there he goes. And I think that's what was happening on Bloody Wolf when I was playing Bloody Wolf. All I wanted to do was get to that part with the Toto song, and I couldn't do it because
I think that's the only official controller for a system that's ever come with turbo switches that I can think of.
That's come with a system. You are correct.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, which I thought was crazy, wild, cool, because
you know, comes in handy for those shooters.
Yeah, because I do have the Nintendo ones. I have the Nintendo one that has like I've got the big deal, you know, with the joystick and everything, with the turbo thing on it, and the slow-mo button, which Shlomo. I could use that Shlomo on a lot of things. Okay, so now I remembered that. Now I've forgotten the other thing. What I was going to say. What were we talking about a minute ago? Oh, so I'm fortunate that my wife doesn't get on here, or else you all be hearing about how I was not particularly in the best seat in town when I told her that I went to that vendor in the second row and they had a bin and a box full of DVDs that said free on it. And I was like, the DVDs down here? And he goes, yeah, they're free. I go, right. I'll take the lot. And he goes, what? I said, I'll just take them all. Is that cool? And he goes, yeah. He goes, "Do you want to look through them?" I go, "Nope."
Were you that kid on Halloween that would go to the house that had the bowl of candy out?
No.
And empty the whole thing.
No, I would not ever do that. No. Of course, I'm a kid. I love candy. I would think that, but I would never do that. No, I am not. I grew up the youngest of 3 boys, so I went through a lot of I had my crap moments. In fact, my brother took a moment to apologize when I told him something he did when I was a kid. He goes, "Oh man, that's really mean." I go, "Well, yeah, but it is what it is." He's like, "I'm really sorry." I'm like, I appreciate that. That's fine. It is what it is. But he goes, "No, man, I apologize." I'm like, "Okay." So anyway, but I brought those home though, and I've got. You want to see the stack that I'm checking out? That's the stack that I'm going to check out.
StashNet. There's too many to mention.
Oh, StashNet. If you want to see what was in it, I did a whole video on it, and I went through the stacks. It's called the MoGameCon plunder, but you can watch the whole video, and you can like the video and check it out. There's only 2 that were not on there. Not like they. All right, I'm not going to say that. Just it would be something I would just say, and I wouldn't mean it. There was 2 of them that fell on the floor when I got to the last stack. I went to put them on the table here, and it goes bloop, and it spit out 2 of them onto the floor. I'm like, oh man. So that was Finding Forrester and Gladiator. So
Stuart's the reason they invented the free take 1 sign. And you actually took the free sign because you showed it in the video.
I did. I took the free sign. I did. It's in the video. Saboteur was there. Yeah. Yeah. What there was a Rise of Skywalker soundtrack CD in that. Well, I'd keep that. The music is great. It's John Williams, for crying out loud, who actually got his. I think they misquoted something on a. I was reading a Gilligan's Island. Let's see. Here it is. They were talking about John Williams and that they didn't end up using him or something, his music. But I think that's true to a certain extent. But where is it? I'm looking for it here. I'm almost there. Oh shoot, where'd it go? Anyway, but he did the theme song for a lot of the characters, not the theme song. The theme song was done by Sherwood, but he said he did it with 1 finger on the piano. And then of course somebody filled in all the cordage, but I can't find it. But then they said they went with somebody else. And I'm like, yeah, okay, I can get that. But at the same time, I think he did those certain songs. That's when he got his start. And then here it would be almost 10 years later and he'd do Jaws. It's kind of wild.
So I want to mention YouTuber of the Month.
Yes.
Co-Opal of, I think I'm saying that right. Co-Opal of Nerds won. So congratulations to them. Very
yes, congratulations.
Yeah. Very nice. Ooh. I don't know if they broke it down. I don't even know if they broke it down into like numbers, like first, second, third, fourth. I have no idea.
Oh yeah.
I wasn't gonna go count. That's a lot of work.
Yeah, I know. It's yeah. It's a lot of work, and it ultimately doesn't matter, right?
No.
So it'd be.
Yeah, it would be nice to win, but
yeah,
that's all right.
It is. It is. Stu can plunder all he wants. Just don't make me watch him unveil the spoils. Hey, I thought I did all right. I was, it went pretty quickly the other day.
Oh, yeah.
Thanks, Kurt. Oh, Kurt changed his picture.
He did.
That's the guy at my gig.
He said he changed it because of you.
Oh, wow. See? And am I going to see you on Friday? That's what I need to know, Kurt. I got a gig out in St. Charles at Parrots on Friday. Edge of Blue will be there. And
yeah, we needed the sex bots to come vote for us.
Oh man, that would have done, because they are relentless. Although they've been invisible to us lately.
Yeah. Did you see? I did a video about the Atari GameStation came up for pre-order on Amazon.
Yes.
And then Casey told me a few hours later it was already gone.
I know, because I went to go do it and it was not there.
I don't know what happened to it. I assume something was wrong with the post and they took it down. And but it comes out at the end of the month, so they got to put it up pretty soon.
That's strange.
They're certainly not going to not put it back up.
Because you got yours ordered?
Yeah.
I went on there to do it, and I was like, where is it? I'm like,
I know, it's just gone. I don't get it.
The other weird thing like that, too, was I was watching Pee Wee Herman yesterday, right? Was that yesterday when he passed? Well, I mean, when we were talking about him passing?
Was it yesterday?
Or was it Monday?
Monday. I think it was Monday.
Yeah, it was Monday. So I'm watching it, and I'm like, you know what? I've kind of flipped out, because throughout that video that I did about the DVDs, I'm like, oh, kiss of death right there. It's the got from Sonic restaurant. I was a sign. It was a sign behind the register. It says smile or your replacement. Wow.
You know, I had a TurboGrafx sign from Toys R Us.
Oh, really?
Remember they used to have the glass cases, and then above they would have like, Nintendo,
yes,
Sega, TurboGrafx, and they were getting rid of it. I think they'd already gotten rid of all the stuff, and I just asked them. I said, "Can I have that sign?" They said, "Sure," but I don't know what I did with it. It may be long gone. It's got to be gone, because it was pretty wide. I'd find it. Too bad I don't have that. I think it was awesome.
Yeah, that's the beauty of the phrase, "It never hurts to ask." But I was like, I noticed as I'm looking at the screen, there was the kiss of death for the DVD version that I had, because it was full screen. And I'm like, this isn't even a widescreen version of Pee-wee. So I thought, it can't be that expensive. Yes, I'm starting at $8.30 at Parrots. And so I look on Amazon, can't find it on Blu-ray on Amazon. I was like, what? So I bought a couple used copies. Do you have a copy of that?
Of what?
Of Pee-wee's Big Adventure?
No.
Do you like it?
I don't know if I've even seen it, to be honest. I like Pee Wee Herman. No, I did see it, but I mean, that was so long ago, I don't remember. No, I like Pee Wee. I was cracking up when he was on David Letterman. I was watching that.
Oh man!
Wait, what's the Super Pocket? Is that the Evercade thing, Saboteur? Because I know there was a Capcom and a Taito version.
Or is that my pocket when I have enough money to buy whatever I need? That's a Super Pocket right there. Pee Wee Herman movie and kids show DVDs are about to hit the market again. Oh yeah, you're right.
I wouldn't doubt it.
Yeah, that'd be cool to have a Blu-ray set of the whole television series plus the movies. That'd be great. But yeah, I couldn't believe that. I couldn't believe they did that. So anyway, I found a couple of inexpensive copies out there, so I bought those. Pee-wee's Big Adventure even has a Godzilla cameo. You amen to that.
Okay,
Flying.
I couldn't remember what it's called. Yeah, I did pre-order that too. Saboteur.
What was the pre-order on the?
For what? What did he? What's it called? He just said Super Pocket.
Oh, I got you.
It's basically a handheld Evercade in a Game Boy shape.
Okay.
It's vertical. And it
I don't
plays. It's built in. There's two versions: a Capcom and a Taito.
Yeah.
Whichever one you buy has those games built in.
Yeah.
And then it also plays Evercade carts, which is kind of cool.
How's your vision on those? I'm having a tougher time with the smaller screens now, just because of my age.
Yeah, it depends. I mean, if you're playing like an RPG and you got a copy, that's gonna stink.
Yeah, I mean, I'm like, ugh. Literally, ugh.
You've got the what did you got the VS, right?
I did. Yep. And It's still sealed up there for the moment.
Pee-wee's Playhouse, #1.
There you go, buddy. I think my friend had the whole series. I think he got it for his birthday or something. I wonder if he still has that. I wonder if it's available on Amazon. There's the other question for me.
Yeah, so the Atari GameStation pre-order came and went. It'll be back. Evercade had 2 carts. There was a home computer one, and then there was a cart that just has 1 game on it. I think that might be the first one they've done like that. I know they've done one with 2. I can't remember the name of it. It had Void in the name. I remember that. And there was a computer one. And then Mr. Run and Jump, the first Atari 2600 cartridge to be released since 1990. That went up for pre-order.
Wow.
So that's pretty cool. And I played that at MoGameCon, the Atari 2600 version.
Huh.
The guys there are from St. Louis. Are the developers. They're from St. Louis. And they had it there. And it plays just like the newer version that's out right now on the Switcheroo.
The Switcheroo.
I wish Nintendo would have called it the Switcheroo. That'd have been so good. The Switcheroo. The Nintendo Switcheroo.
And then they would have called it the next one. They'd have called this Switcheroo 2.
Switcher 2.
Switcher 2.
Yeah, Casey got Mr. Run and Jump.
Oh man. Let's see. Well, okay, yeah. I don't know. Interesting.
Casey got Mr. Run and Jump on the VCS and the Switch. His kids love it.
As well they should.
Casey told me he could hear his kids yelling when they were watching my video of playing it. When they got to an exciting part, he could hear them yelling. That's a great game.
What were they yelling?
Holy smokes.
Holy smokes.
Rats.
That's great. Oh man. Well, I might have to look into that. That's yeah, but when I go, I just did it again though. I went to Pee-wee's Big Adventure on Blu-ray, and it's it says not currently unavailable. I don't think I ever saw. I must have seen enough of Pee-wee's Big Top to know that I didn't like it. But I don't know that I've seen it all. So Pete, tonight, just for you, I'll reserve saying anything about whether I think it sucks or not, because I haven't seen it. That only goes for this one. Because there's a lot of other crap out there that I will never watch, including The Flash. My nephew was telling me he was watching The Flash, and he was like, he goes, I'm only 15 minutes in, and I'm already not liking Ezra Miller's performance. I said, yeah, that's part of it.
Kids were telling me how to do it better at times. I like to see him tell it to my face.
Jeff will send you a link right now. You have them come on and say that to his face. Well, at least we know where they learned it, Pete. And if you watch the earlier shows, you can even throw in another one there.
Yeah, I think that was he was enjoying himself a little bit too much in some theater. Just like Fred Willard.
Oh, geez.
He got busted for that too.
Wow. That's no good. Yeah. I'm the Hamburger Man.
Hey, Michael Hayes is here.
Michael.
Welcome, Michael.
Oh man. Loved him in Cheech and Chong. Yep. Was that Nice Dreams that he was in? Was that the one where they went to the asylum for a bit?
He was also in Blues Brothers.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Wow. Now I got to watch that. Flash was horrible. All right. Thank you, Emma. See, there's a reason I don't go to these. Hope Aquaman 2 is just average. My expectations are very, yeah, you and me both. Absolutely. Absolutely. It will be nowhere as fantastic as your hair. Something like that. I don't know. What's the something like that?
Oh, she was talking about what Pee Wee Herman got busted for.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Everybody's hello. I love it.
Hello.
Mr. Lizard, a monster. Would you like a hamburger? What was this? George? Oh, yeah. George Michael. Yeah. Yeah. The famous bathroom scene. Chance specifically states not intended for children. Casey's kids being.
Full Void. That's the name.
There you go.
Yeah. It looks really good.
Seems to have a style like Flashback, out of this world. Oh, yeah. Right.
I bet people are going to complain because there's only one cartridge or only one game on that cartridge. People are used to getting like 8 on a cartridge.
Mm-hmm.
But if you can get a hold of a really cool homebrew game and stick it on there, I'll get it. It's really good.
Pee Wee's Penthouse. Oh, that's nice. Well, thank you. That's very nice. I will take that. Let's have one of you guys playing. All right. All right. Good to know. I'll have to throw some more things out there. I'm looking forward to hooking up this TurboGrafx and OBSing that, because I was playing Monster Lair, and it was I did okay. You know, I made it through some. That's very sweet, Casey. Thank you. Look at it. So did she get her T-shirt yet? That's what I need to know. Did she get her Ice Trek 2 T-shirt? I ordered another one because I have the one that I'm going to tie-dye, and I have my long sleeve black one, which I probably should have wore tonight, but I'm wearing my Zelda shirt instead. It's reported that they were recutting Aquaman 2, deleting scenes with Amber Heard. Oh, wow. Well, why? I mean, I don't know. You got Ezra Miller. He's doing weird ass shit, acting like a freaking twat. I mean, it might as well. I mean, I don't know. What the hell? I mean, I don't know. That guy, they must have put him through the ringer, through the system, to have him doing what he's doing and them being okay and just releasing the film when they're reshooting a million other things. I don't understand.
I don't even know who that is.
Who, Ezra Miller? He's playing the Flash. He played the Flash. This is what I don't understand. I don't get it. You do a television program for years, and it has the Flash in it, and it has this guy that's really great as the Flash in it, and then you're going to release a movie. So you would think you would just take your characters and bloop and just put them right over into the movie, because there they are and they're good in it.
But he's a TV guy. He's not a movie star. We'll find someone better.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So instead, let's get the guy who played the creepy kid in Harry Potter. It's not even Harry Potter. It's Harry Potter Fantastic Beasts. So let's get the creepy kid and put him in. That's why I say some of these decisions, the issue with it is there's no truth for us. There's no final truth and understanding and honesty as to why this person got the role, because he's not good in it. You know, it's, and so when I knew he was going to be doing it, so I watched Justice League against my better judgment, and I didn't like him in the role. And then here he is doing this one, and I'm like, why didn't you bring the guy over from television?
Look at this Pokemon games. Somebody's putting them on Super Nintendo.
Yeah, wow,
that's pretty cool.
Now, are those retro Pokemons or new?
Looks like yellow and red. Some back here is black. I'm not sure what that one is.
Do I remember that one?
I don't know.
I think that was around when Logan was still collecting and doing some of that.
Did you see the news about the Intellivision 3?
No.
Yeah, Mike's Gaming Gala had a video. He had an interview with William from Electronite, I believe. Pete will know. And they were just going over the plan was to make a flashback style Intellivision, and then the FPGA version, which would be a premium version where you actually play through hardware, not emulation.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, William Moeller. Yep. Hey, Fastback, what's going on?
And Brian, that is true.
So that seemed really cool. And then there was a Q&A afterwards, and then there was a retraction today. And I was just looking at the Amico Club because Retro Rich said, so John Alvarado actually posted about this to clear up some stuff. And then Rich said that there seems to be more expected from BBG, which is the company that's working with this.
Yeah.
He's still waiting for details. So I wonder what else they have to say. That should be interesting.
Yeah, because I do remember it in our chat. You guys mentioned it in our...
It would be really cool to have an actual hardware solution for, a new one for Intellivision where you could just play the old games with the HDMI, plug it in and go.
Yep.
That would be awesome.
That would be great. And no, Emma, I have not seen the Zack Snyder. I keep looking for a cheap version of it. I haven't looked hard enough because I was so disappointed by the original. My nephew called me. That's the big joke, is my nephew called me one day and he goes, "Hey, have you seen the new Justice League?" I'm like, "Is there new Justice League?" No, it's just it's the one they did, but it's 4 hours long. And I'm like, well, why would I want to watch 2 more hours of shit? I couldn't handle it. Well, this is the Zack Snyder one, and it's evidently they have a lot more background. I'm like, yeah, but it's 4 freaking out. And I still have to watch freaking Ezra Miller and Cavill, the 2 strongest people, the fastest people on Earth, and they're going, because Zach's all about the slow-mo.
Did they add the sound effect of no?
They should have. Oh, that's what it's missing, Jeff. That's what it's missing.
JD's here.
JD, what's up, buddy? That is it. Remember, Pee Wee Herman did one of Shelley Duvall's fairy tale theaters. I believe he played Pinocchio.
Well, controllers
Paul Rubens was in the first in the Buffy movie.
Controllers would be easy to pull off. I mean, if they're making the hardware,
yeah,
they're obviously going to make the right controllers.
Yep. Yeah.
Otherwise, who's going to buy it? It's an Intellivision fan. Nobody.
Nobody's gonna buy that shit.
Shit counters up to 2. Well, now you just said it says 3.
I know, right? See how that goes?
4 if you count me saying it, I guess. That's already out of control.
10 if you count me going shit. Which each finger could be something else, whatever it is. Wonder Woman, right? 1984. Rise of Skywalker, Last Jedi, whatever you want to put in here. Aquaman. What's another Marvel one? I got Eternals. So there you go. So who's seen the Barbie movie? Anybody? Do I hear crickets? The crickets have seen it. Damn, that's pretty good, Jeff. Thanks, Pete.
No Barbie from Emma Jade.
Yeah, there was Too
girly.
Well, yeah.
I don't really know anything about it. We went to a movie a few months ago, and it was a preview for There was a preview for Barbie.
Okay.
I don't even remember the preview though. All I remember is it was like a really stylistic looking movie.
Evidently, the shit counter doesn't even come even close to the number of times you hear patriarchy in the Barbie movie. Evidently,
CC Mental's friends have seen it, but she has not.
Yeah. Blake, to hell with Barbie, Oppenheimer, the atomic bomb dude. If you go out there right now on, well, not right now, evidently, hang tight, but after the show, if you go out there and do, what's one of my favorite shows, dude, on YouTube, Pitch Meeting. He's got one that's called, what is it called? Barbenheimer. And he puts them together. It's kind of wild.
Hey, 68 Camaro's here. Did we know that?
What's up? No, I don't think so.
Welcome to the show.
I would rather see Oppenheimer. Yeah. Well, let's just put it this way. They both have the same ending. They both explode. It's like, goes to hell.
Yeah, the tagline for Oppenheimer should have been Oppenheimer, he's the bomb.
Go to OppenheimerHe'sTheBomb.com. Oh, Jeff, that's beautiful. Yes. That ranks right up there with my friend back in high school who said, what if they had a morning show in Turkey? Be Good Morning, Turkey.
Actually, I don't think Silly wants to see Barbie.
Trust me, what I know about it, you don't.
She didn't ask to see it.
Well, and it's not the big question comes down to, for whom is it made? It's one of those movies, you know. You want to, you go and see it. Somebody's going to take their kid to it, and it's kind of an interesting bitch fest on Barbie and all the stuff, and it's like really, I don't get it at all. I don't know. It doesn't speak well of Mattel. It doesn't. It's
doing gangbusters on sales though.
Right. Yeah. And why can't I say her
name?
I
mean, you just look at, I'm sure most people going are women who played with Barbies when they were kids.
Yes. Yeah. And even then, I mean, there's some
like putting out a Speed Racer movie right now. I'd go see it.
Yeah. Yeah. Barbieheimer. Maybe that's what he called it. Maybe
Barbieheimer, also called Oppen
Barbie.
No, isn't Oppenheimer like 3 hours long?
Yes.
Or something? Yeah, I can't see that.
Well, how long's the Barbie movie? I mean, usually those these days are like 2 hours, which is just crazy.
I can't see a long movie like that in the theater. I'd have to watch that at home.
Well, that's like the new Little Mermaid that they did. It's 2 1/4, and you're like, it's a simple story. We do not have to flesh it out that much. The first original that still is selling today, and one of the reasons they made this movie, it's simple. You don't need to. It's less than an hour and a half. What did Emma say? She heard that Ken is a character in Barbie, so I might rent it on digital. Yeah. I mean, it's I don't know. It's one of those movies where they push so far in certain directions that don't make sense.
Oh yeah, Lance, you're right. What was her name? The creator of Barbie, I forgot her name.
Yeah, I would.
But yeah, the names Ken and Barbie came from her kids.
Oh wow. Awkward.
Actually, that Toys Built America episode with Barbie is really interesting.
Oh yeah, it is. I watched that, and I mean, again, it's got nothing to do with the product. It's got nothing to do with me being a guy, or it's just when you're doing these movies, they don't make sense, and should make sense. We're being dumbed down in the entertainment industry.
I heard people crabbing about not having an intermission in a movie. I assume it was Oppenheimer.
Yeah. Like I just watched Patton, and even the DVD has an intermission. Barbara, the real Barbie, owns a linen store in Venice, California. Wow. Fastback says that his 10-year-old liked it, but said it was for adults. Well, that's my point. I mean, there's a lot of, I don't know what they're selling to the children anymore. Drag 2, most guys I have heard actually thought it was good.
Well, I think isn't it PG-13?
Yes, because it's so, it's a matriarch, patriarch bitch fest is what it is. It's just
the 2001 Space Odyssey had an intermission.
Right. And they also were saying, one of the reviews that I was checking out, it was really good. It's the Critical Drinker. Check that one out, because they do have, especially what Mahler says in there about where women get a lot of their, it's not just when it comes to certain things like what they wear or these kind of things, and they're like, it's not the guys that are heavy on that. It's the other women who are really heavy on what you're wearing or how it looks or what you look, it doesn't matter.
Salvatore, sometimes Papa Pete has an intermission. That he does.
Now I want to go into all of our 3-hour plus shows and put in an intermission. Yeah, how long was that?
Yeah, how long was Mad World? I remember watching that on TV.
Yeah, me too. Because I don't think I went to the movie theater. JD, for like a 3-hour, like I'm showing up drunk to make the time of the movie go quicker. Wow. Well, of course, if you're drunk, you fall asleep. I go to the movies to be entertained, not preach that. Yeah. Oh, then don't go to the Barbie movie, because that's, unless you love hearing the word patriarchy, and then you'll hear it a million fargan times. Same with everything made today. I didn't care for the last Transformers movie. Well, that's too bad, because I stopped going to those, but I was hoping that, because this one like has elements of Beast Wars in it, and I really enjoyed Beast Wars when my kids were growing up. Definitely not interested in the new Ninja Turtles. Yeah, Jeff, you weren't thrilled about the Ninja Turtles, right? The newer one.
I mean, it wasn't terrible, but I don't know. I could tell it wasn't going to be a movie I was going to really like that much, so I just bailed quickly.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was good or not. I didn't stay long enough.
Yeah. 3-hour tour.
Pack your suitcases.
If you haven't seen Patton, I really enjoyed it. It's an interesting take on one of America's heaviest hitters in the military, and the things he did. And it kind of, goes to, I don't know. I shouldn't go there. I won't go there. That'll drag everything right down the tube. Not going to do that.
Pete, why don't you just do a live 1.5-hour show of just the intermission? You don't even have to do anything. Just go have some dinner. Just let that play.
They did it with Rush. They're Canadian. They just brought cameras in and filmed Rush having dinner and talking about old times.
So, Salvatore, you're on the Northwest? Why do you like the Chiefs? I'm curious.
What is it about those Chiefs or the Chefs?
Why aren't you a Seahawks fan?
Yeah. All I can say to that is great googly moogly.
I don't think there's anything wrong with Barbie. I just don't want to pay to watch it. Yeah, I don't blame you.
Well, yeah. Especially when it's, again, the narrative is like this weird, bent, out of shape infinity symbol. It's just like, it's very twisted, very bent, and it just it feeds back into itself in a weird way that doesn't make sense. it's cannibalistic, and those are just terrible. You're like, they need a new He-Man movie like the original Conan the Barbarian. You know, Emma, that's interesting because that was one of the things I found in the box and that's what drew me to the box. Actually, it was kind of interesting because it was like a deluxe DVD set that had both movies in it. So I was like, oh, I'd like that. Oh, these are free. I'll take the lot. With buff men and lots of sword fighting. I'd love a R-rated version, but and you know, has anybody seen the Dungeons and Dragons movie? That I really loved that. And did it have kick-ass women in it? Yes, it did. And I you know, everybody's like, you just don't want to see women in it. No, we do. We just want to see them done correctly, not weird.
Yeah, Pete, you could have an intermissions channel. Other YouTubers could use your video.
Well, yeah, Pete, you could do it like the gal who does has the long fingernails and like scratches them on things and just makes sounds. You could just sit there and just make little sounds. Tap your fingers on things. Start Driver. No.
Is
that's
D&D movie, is it new?
Yes.
It's
got Chris Pine and what's his head? Hugh Grant. But here's the cool thing. For those of you, speaking of our animated show that we just had, where we went through all the different cartoons from the 60s, 70s, and 80s. There's a little, if you watched the Dungeons and Dragons animated series, there's a little Easter egg toward the end of the movie, in the latter half of the movie for us. So keep that in mind. I heard that from my friend before I saw it. Before I saw the end of it, she had mentioned it. And so when I got to a certain part, I'm like, oh my God. And it was totally a color that threw me. That I totally caught it. I was like, oh, there it is. Oh, there you go. Oh, that's great. Because of what Lance said earlier.
Yeah. Oh, that was from Pete.
Yeah, it was really good though, Jeff. It was entertaining and fun. It had a great mix of characters, young actors and female part. Those characters were great, and Chris Pine's character was great. Yeah, it's just a fun. I wonder
who's going to be streaming that.
One of those things where it's a fun romp. I think it is streaming already. You can see it on like Netflix or Amazon. One of those. I was telling my friends for decades the Chiefs need to draft a quarterback. When they finally did, I got the best one. They got the best one. Well, there you go. But
it's supposed to be on Paramount Plus since it's a Paramount Pictures.
Oh, is that right? Okay.
I do not have that. Does anyone have Paramount Plus? Is that worth having?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, you like Friends?
No.
You like The Office?
I do.
Yeah. Should be free streaming here soon. Okay.
I do like The Office, but for some odd reason, I don't ever watch it. I mean, I see it on TV. I just, I don't know why.
I own most of it. I don't own all.
One of my 3 favorite shows of all time.
Yeah. I don't know. That's kind of wild. Saw the D&D trailer.
I don't even remember trailer like that. I don't even remember seeing that.
When you saw Air.
Yeah. I remember seeing Air, which, I don't know. I didn't not want to see it, but I didn't want to see it, but it ended up being pretty decent. It was all right.
Okay. It's like a whole movie about a shoe.
Well, that's the thing. I'm like, how they can make this interesting? They just hired an athlete to represent a shoe.
How about Tetris? Have you seen that yet?
I was just thinking about that the other day. I did watch it, but I don't remember if I finished it. I don't think I did because we had to leave and go do something.
Christine watched it and liked it. I haven't seen it yet.
I don't know. It was okay.
Yeah. I got to check out that Udo Dirkschneider. He was the former lead singer of Accept when they did Balls to the Wall, which was produced by Tom Allum, who was producing Judas Priest at the time. I have Paramount.
Cheers. Interesting.
Has South Park and Cheers.
I don't care about South Park, but Cheers. I assume Cheers is like uncut, where when you watch it on syndication, they'll cut stuff out. Which it just drives me crazy. I'm like, come on.
Yeah, I hear you.
Sometimes they cut out parts of a joke and it's not funny anymore. And I remember the original. I'm like, you guys cut out what made the thing funny. Now it's not funny.
That's when you wish you were in that meeting. Again, it comes down to honesty. It really, that's really what the problem is with a lot of entertainment, with things over the years, is we don't understand. There's just it doesn't make sense. And there's nobody out there going, you know what? Let me tell you the real reason why we had to do this. And they're like, good. That's all I want to know. Like, like my voting thing, where they moved my voting to the frickin' Maryland Heights Center, where I had to wait in line for an hour and a half instead of just going to the City Hall, where I'd been going for a decade, and be done in 20 minutes. Instead, I had to get in a line in their new Maryland Heights Center, so that I would peruse the place and maybe get a membership. Oh, they have that here? Oh, they have that here? I don't give a shit now. I'm pissed that I got to wait in line when I could have already been done at where I should go. And they had other polling places shut down too, and people had to go there. And some people didn't get to vote. So I told the guy, I finally got a hold of the guy and got to talk to him. And I said, look, all I want to know is why? Why did you do that? And let me tell you, I just want the truth. And let me tell you, if it's anything other than to get people to look at our Maryland Heights Center, that's okay. You can tell me that, but understand there's a little guy in my head that's still going to be going, no, you did it because you wanted me to go through your Maryland Heights Center. Because there was a NBC affiliate camera crew here from Chicago. Why the hell were they having that? I don't know. So, but it's the truth. We just want to know, how did Ezra Miller end up in that part of the Flash when he doesn't do it well? How do these people end up in that? And how does he get away with it? How does he do all that horrible stuff and still end up being able to do the movie and they release it? Why is that? Just lay it out. Don't tell me no bullshit. Just tell me how that ends up happening. Well, a lot of people sexually abuse this guy, and we don't want it to be coming out. And so,
Emma, I don't even know what the Meg is.
I might. I enjoyed it.
The first one, I guess.
I enjoyed the first one, but you know what, Emma? Here's something that I hope doesn't happen. I hope it doesn't turn into Transporter 2, because Christine and I love Jason Statham. I think he's one of the coolest action actors out there right now, and been doing it for years. I love seeing him on the screen. I think he's totally kick ass. But I watched Transporter and I loved it. I was like, that's cool. And I'm like, well, Transporter 2's got to be cool. Pete, it just really wasn't good.
Oh, and what was that song? Unchained Melody? Or it was by the Righteous Brothers.
Yeah.
Is that the song? I mean, I know that was her favorite song.
I expect that Cheers is uncut edited music from that one show.
So,
oh yeah.
I'll give you an example. There was a cold open where Sam is checking his messages. And there's a message from Woody. And when he was asking Sam something, and when he finished, I think he said, "Love you, Sam." And then Woody calls back on the message and says, he didn't really mean to say that. And then he called back, and he may have called back 2 more times, but at the very end, he says, you know what, Sam, I do love you. So he ended with that. But they cut out like the middle part, and so it wasn't funny. It was just, he called, said, I love you. And then he calls back and says, you know what, Sam, I do love you. He's like, well, this isn't funny anymore.
Because you don't.
It was because I watched the original. It's not funny.
Yeah, because you don't have the awkwardness.
No, it's
to play off of.
When they cut out parts of a joke, it drives me crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, they cut out, for licensing.
That was the worst, but it's nice to have it back, though. now.
Mostly.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not all there. But...
Not all there, yeah. Seen Jaws too many times. To use the gas savings, but I think, which I don't use. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Who's the Flash? Never heard of him. No, it's smart ass. He's a Marvel guy. Yeah, see, I thought that's what I thought too. I mean, that just goes to show you can make a fun movie if your characters make sense and everything stays within a good realm, you know.
Yeah, I'm kind of tempted for Paramount Plus to try it out for a little bit, just because one thing with Peacock, I got that for a specific reason because of wrestling, but I do end up watching some of the movies on there, which is cool.
I love that though. You can finally finish episode 3.
Yeah, well, I don't know if that would happen.
Yeah, that's probably the way I'll watch it too, JD. That's I am eager to see it. Again, I hope it doesn't follow in the Transporter. What did you think of Emma? Did you see the Transporter movies? That would be my next question. I fought the law and the law won. Oh man.
Wait a minute. This is...
Why does he keep getting censored?
What, CC Mental?
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah.
I don't see anything where I usually they'll say they're holding a comment back, but I don't see anything.
When Robin goes to jail.
I don't know what that one was, Pete. Bitchin' got... Wait.
Oh, really?
How do you know it was censored? If it was censored, you wouldn't have seen it.
Right. Meg is based on books. Oh, 5 as of now, maybe 6 is their groundwork for sequels, even if based loosely like Jurassic Park and The Lost World. Yeah. Yeah. Those were, see, that's where the writers had some fun and did some good stuff. Was Jurassic Park and Lost World, where they took bits from, like when they took the waterfall scene from the first movie or from the first book and put it in the second movie. They held on to that one and they put it in the second movie, that was fun.
Wait, I don't even see what did she say? I don't even see anything. Comments. Are they not showing up in StreamYard?
Huh.
I'm scrolling back. I don't see anything. That's weird.
I don't either.
Why am I not seeing these comments?
Great, Papa P. Especially with the music rights, Tour of Duty TV shows DVDs replaced all the Motown, Creedence, Sam Cooke, and 60s pop music with sound-alike instrumentals. Yeah. Even they did that with Hunter. They had a biker killer on one of the shows, and they were using Sympathy for the Devil. And then on the DVD that I got, it's some new song. Not that song's bad. It's just not Sympathy for the Devil. All 9 seasons of Love Boat on Paramount, Stu. Wow.
Good Lord.
9 seasons? I thought there were 10. I'm on 6 right now. I'm on the latter half of 6. And there's no Ted McGinley yet. I want the Star Trek series on Paramount. The new one's supposed to be great. Really? I heard the new one is trash. Oh, is he a wannabe Avenger? Oh, man. Transport 1, great. Transport 2 was okay, but not great like the first. Yes, right. And 3 was just not good. Oh, and 3 was in that box. Transporter 3 was in the free box. Where are we here? I uncensored CC when I saw it last time.
I just looked through. I don't see any comments.
Okayed the comment. From out like a sailor. Yes, you do. Said, stop your bitching, old man.
Get that watch out of my face, old man.
Oh, fail all you have to. That's okay. That's all right. Need to watch Expendables 4. Whoa. Really? When did that one come out, Emma? Is it out? Is it like in theaters? New? Like happening now? Because I own all 3 of those. I thought I thought they were all pretty good. Which one is it? There was one that was like, I didn't love the camera work. Maybe that was is that the second one or the third one? But some of the camera work was very A-Team. It was like, oh my God, is this a Steve Cannell production? It was so wild. The Wildlife is unavailable now, assuming licensing issues, because Van Halen did the score. Yeah. Much of it is 5150 outtakes. Wow. Yeah, and only one song ended up on that soundtrack. But he recorded so much, and it's out there on YouTube. You can check out. I think they have like the whole like studio cuts. I always approve her comments. I figure that she has more of a right to say what she wants than anyone. Okay, it's coming out. All right, well, good. I'll look forward to that. Did you, Emma, did you see, or anybody else? But since Emma's on the same track with me here, did you see the Escape Plan movies? I thought those were entertaining. I think I oddly enough, I gave a little bit more breathing room to the second two than a lot of people did. I thought they were all interesting, and you can buy them all together now, and they're very cheap. Yeah, Expendables 1 was good. Yeah, 2 was okay. Soul Sisters, Donut City. Thank you. That's the name of the Eddie Van Halen track on the Wildlife. With Penn, with Sean Penn's brother, was the lead guy in that movie. Damn, Go Game. Where's Expendables? Because Stone Cold Steve Austin in it. He gets set on fire and burns to death at the end of the movie.
Oh, that's right. The new Beavis and Butthead is on Paramount Plus.
That's right. Oh, good. There you go. See, there you go. They are. That's exactly the way I feel about it too. Yeah, Escape Plan movies. Yeah, you can get them all together. They have 1, 2, and 3. No sooner, I'll tell you what. No sooner had I collected all of them than I saw a 3-pack, and I'm like, son of a bitch, for very cheap. Yeah,
we're coming through the show here.
Show is just flying by. As far as other games, Jeff, what did you get any Atari games while you were there?
Nope.
No, any?
Did you? Well, I got 1, 2. I only got 3 games.
Okay.
Tetris for Game Boy.
All right.
Dr. Mario for Game Boy.
Oh, okay.
And Military Madness.
All right. I bought a bunch of just cheap games. You know, I got Firefighter for the I got the Magic game for Atari, and I bought some carts for Intellivision as well. I got Atlantis with the inserts. Let's see, I'm trying to think of what else I got.
Atlantis is a good game.
Checking the edit. There. Okay, Grease.
I don't know, Pete, if it's Dr. Mario's great. I still love to play the N64 version.
Yeah.
You know what's great about that is it's 4-player.
Yeah. It was great. I love the 4-player on that. That is so good. Missile Command is not a substitute for Atlantis. Oh man, that's great. That is great. But what was the other one? I can't remember what the well, I got MASH. I got MASH for
that's a fun game. I had that
as
a kid.
Atari.
That was fun. You got Firefighter, right?
Yep. And I got let's see, Demon Attack.
Oh. That we were just playing that the other day. That is so much fun, either Atari or Intellivision.
Yeah.
Because they're different, but man, they're both good.
And I got a manual for it too. What was the other one though? I picked up another Atari game, and I'm having trouble remembering what it was. Oh, Haunted House. Yeah, I got Haunted House.
I had that as a kid too.
Yeah, because I think Miss So that was saying that she was a big fan of that game.
I think so.
So I miss seeing her tonight. She's not here.
Did you get Porky's for Atari?
No,
I still love that they made Porky's for Atari.
I know. I'm like, what? Well, MASH, even MASH. I'm like, what? What do you? Okay. I
ended up liking that game quite a bit.
MASH?
Yeah.
I had no clue that they made that. Trying to remember if there's anything else that I picked up game wise. Trying to remember all the Intellivision games that I got.
Well, thanks, Emma. I appreciate it.
So, yeah, it was great having you. Thank you very much for your thoughts on all those movies, and telling me about the Expendables 4, Meg 2. Yeah, Jeff, you might like the Meg if you like. I mean, do you like those kind of suspense movies with, crazy dominating, like Jurassic Park or?
Oh yeah.
Okay, then you'd like the Meg. It's entertaining and stays in, like I said.
Anyone know where that's streaming?
He's really cool. No, but I think I might own it. You could borrow it if you want to watch it.
And I'll find it streaming somewhere.
Yeah, no, I didn't get the T-shirt.
But that nice medium MASH shirt.
It's going to make a great pillow cover. I thought Jeff meant he liked Porky's.
Oh, that's right. We did play Porky's. We got to some point with a ladder or something. I couldn't even figure it out. You had to like catapult your way over. It was weird.
Yeah, I can't wait to see what kind of gameplay is on it. I've never even watched a video about it or anything.
MASH?
Yeah.
It's how many different games are on MASH, Pete? It's not like just one game. There's a part where you're in a helicopter, and then you have another one that's kind of like Operation, where you have to go in and grab a part and pull them out.
All right. What did I see recently? I saw a version. Hey, there's my buddy Tug.
Oh, Tuggy.
What's up, Tuggy Buggy?
Tug.
Tug's gonna chew on the ear.
Oh.
You taste wonderful.
I think you just pierced my ear. That hurt. Tug.
Jeff's gonna open up his own ear piercing salon.
Yeah, I'll just bring Tug out. Do your thing.
Hold still.
Oh, Tug.
It's gonna hurt, but is it ever adorable? How do you play a video game of Porky's? I've never seen it.
Check out Pete's video I was on with him. You'll see it. It's interesting.
We should call it his tallywhacker.
Oh, Tug.
Oh man.
Oh, Tuggy.
Several. Some are similar, but about 4 true variations. All right.
Ooh.
Yeah, Tug is pretty cool. I saw him the other day. He's got a.
I forgot what I was going to play a little. What did Tug eat this week? Segment. He actually ate a. What did he eat? Oh, he ate my TV remote.
Oh no!
He didn't destroy it.
When you say he ate my TV remote,
yeah, he didn't destroy it. He did chomp on it. And at first, it didn't quite work, but it's working now. There's a bunch of teeth marks in it. Was it last week when he ate my belt? He ate like this much of my belt.
Oh, how much?
It was like this much.
Wow. Well, it is leather.
I never could find it.
Oh, geez.
Well, I just assume it's out in the backyard somewhere now.
Yeah, in pieces, right? Try for the appearance record. Yeah, no doubt. Man, I can't wait to hear the new album, Don Sauken. All right, JD, have a good one. Yeah, we may be on for a few extra minutes because we got a late start. We got to, we wonder about that sometimes when we're playing live. You ever had that happen, JD, before you go? You kind of get a late start maybe because of technology, or you're trying to get your gear ready and maybe you start a little late so you play a little longer. It always makes you nervous too, though, when the bar guys go, "Oh, you're okay, man. You can start a little bit late," and you're like, "Well, okay, but do I have to play late or do I get to still end on time?"
Oh yeah, Tug also likes to eat my shoe.
Ah, shoes.
He will. He pulls the soles out of them. It's like a soul sucker. He goes and pulls it out and just starts chewing on it. I got new shoes, of course, now, and I have to put those up high so we can't get to them.
Hey, there's a great song by what's his name? Paolo something called New Shoes. You should check that song out. It's great. Tug would love it. Yeah. Yeah, that sucks when you get new shoes. Could you just here's an old shoe. Just play with it. Well, those stink. I love the smell of a
He's
new
already
shoe.
like jumped on my shoe while I'm walking, and I just keep walking, and he's hanging on like going, and he's pulling at the shoelace. And by the time he's done, he's actually untied my shoe. I'm like, damn it, Tug! God, just let me be.
Oh man, that's great. That is great. That's the one thing though, we don't see when Pete's not on the shows. We don't see, and there's no Coco time.
Jeff Davis, I don't think it'll be coming soon. But I hope it does come, because I would love an HDMI version of an Intellivision with all the proper controls and everything. That'd be awesome.
Absolutely. Sensible Shoes. That song's on our set list. Yeah, remember the band New Shoes? Yeah, I played that in 1986. What was it? What the hell's the name of that song? I do. That's what it was like. What was that song? Damn it. I put it in my set list or my playlist for stuff that I did back then that I played on the radio. I Need You. What was it called? Something like that. Yeah, it was banned. Yep. New Shoes. NUSHOOZ. New Shoes. It was I Can't Wait. That's what it was. Okay. Yeah, I thought that's what it was, but Stevie Nicks had a song by that same name, and I thought maybe that's what I was thinking of. That's interesting. Still seems like that's something else, but anyway. Lance would not be wrong. He would not steer me wrong. Yeah, I don't know. I got to check. Now I got to check.
Yeah. Well, if you did start saving up for the pre-order for Intellivision 3, I guarantee you'll have enough money to buy it when it's ready.
Oh, man. All right, I'm going to look here. Oh, I didn't put it in. I didn't put it in the playlist. That's weird. Oh, well. Anyway. So, yeah, Monster Lair. I was playing Keith Courage. I got my ass kicked on Fighting Street. But it was kind of interesting. The guy, now I got to remember the name of the show. He gave me his business card. And I went to check it out. And on the episode I was watching, they were talking about how there are no physical copies of games. Copies are disappearing. Have you heard about that?
What do you mean?
Like there's certain games where that you can't find them. They just don't have a physical version out there.
Oh, yeah. There's yeah. Like there's games that are just stuck on the PS3.
Mm-hmm.
And if you don't have a PS3, you're not playing them.
Mm-hmm.
Until someone brings them back.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, that kind of stinks, but I can't even play the games I have, so.
I know. I have so, I'm good. I mean, one day I might go ahead and put Maximum Carnage in again and try to beat it. But yeah, it's rough.
CC Mental's beating Pete to the punch.
Oh,
go game go. Go game gone.
Wow. Well, thank you so much.
Great show, guys. Yeah, it was a pretty good show, I think.
Yeah, stores are not stocking nearly as much physical media as they used to have on their shelves.
Yeah, I think most of it you just have to order now.
Right. Don't make me hit the timeout button. Because he can do that. He has the power. Speaking of He-Man. So, all right. Well, shall we call it there?
All right.
And I will start watching these movies at some point here. I got to get through the new Planet of the Apes movies. I'm watching those right now.
So, I actually like those, except for the first one that was kind of not part of the rest of them.
What do you mean?
The Marky Mark one. I didn't like that one.
Oh yeah. A lot of people didn't. A guy liked it. My friend Guy really liked it.
And it wasn't. I mean, it's not. It's like its own little thing. And then
it is.
They did the. I can't remember how many did they do. Did they do 3 of them?
Yeah. There's Rise.
So they did the final 3 because there was 5 movies. They didn't do the first one because of that one. No One Touches the second movie, and they did the final 3. I always love the storyline in Planet of the Apes. I think it's because it's time travel, and I think it's pretty fascinating.
Right.
I just like nobody wants to do a remake of number 2 though. It was kind of weird.
Yeah. That was it's kind of I have a copy. I got it really, really, really cheap. And so I have a copy of the Wahlberg one with Tim Roth and everything. But yeah, I thought it was interesting how they brought up the launch to Mars and all that whatnot. All right, guys. Thank you, everybody, for popping in tonight and stopping in and saying the awesome things. And
we'll see you next week, guys.
Yeah, and another big shout out for the YouTuber of the month,
Co-Opal of Nerds.
Yes. Congratulations. Fantastic. There are lots of good nominations out there. And I think we have a quality thing here. So it's everybody wins. So it's really good. It's really good.
Win, win, win. We all
win.
As my would say. All right. Good night, everyone.
See you guys.